Hi guys, Romans here and welcome to another music review. I review every album from a viewpoint of a musician, as I am a singer, songwriter and a bass player for my own group Jakobay, and more than 2 years ago we released our debut album called Pursuits in Life. What makes it unique is that it's a heavy prog rock without guitars. Instead you have drums, bass, saxophone and keyboards. You can check out all of our music videos on my YouTube channel. And in the description of all these videos you will find all the information about where is the record available. It's available on all digital platforms like Spotify, Tidal, Deezer, iTunes, Amazon, Bandcamp, but also in this digipack version of a CD with a very beautifully illustrated 20 pages long booklet. So, in case you want one, all you need to do is contact me via email, on Facebook or on Instagram, or you can get one through Bandcamp as well. And today I'm going to review the debut new album from Corey Taylor, CMFT. Music review. Music review. Corey Taylor is one of the most interesting and known celebrities in rock and metal music. He's also the frontman and lead singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour. I'm a fan of both of these groups, even though I do prefer Stone Sour a little bit because I simply like melodies more. I also did reviews for the latest albums of all these groups on my YouTube channel. The Stone Sour's latest album Hydrograd was among my first reviews back in 2017. Kind of a letdown, I think that's the weakest album from Stone Sour. I also did a review for Slipknot's latest album a year ago, We Are Not Your Kind, and that album was freaking awesome, really loved it. So I'm a huge fan of Corey Taylor. He's one of the best singers on the planet, and me as a singer as well, I was always influenced by all these 80s singers who had huge vocal ranges and were able to hit very high notes, and that's something I've achieved over the years, but Corey Taylor showed me that you don't really need to have a huge vocal range, you just need to sound great, and his voice is so good, so great, and I would even say he sounds now much better than he did like 10 years ago. He keeps getting better, and this guy is just one of the best singers ever, really. Apart from these two groups, Corey has been performing acoustically for quite some time, so I think it was just a question of time when he'll release a record under his own name, and that happened a week and a half ago. CMFT means Corey motherfucking Taylor. Can you imagine a different title for his album? And as of now I've heard it 6 times, so let's dive right into the review. The opening track, Highway 666, starts with an intro that gives you that old western feeling with a little bit of Stone Sour thrown in as well. Then it transforms into that Stone Sour rocker, but there's a big contrast in the chorus that has almost like a country influence. Black Eyes Blue is one of the best songs on the album, that's why he probably shot a music video for it, and this is like a heavier southern rock tune and a very catchy one at that. Samantha's Gone continues in a similar fashion, that southern rock with a little bit of old school rock and roll thrown in as well. Meine Lux is an up-tempo, almost punk in its attitude song. Halfway Down is a great hard rock tune, and Corey is really selling this with his performance.
When we lift our feet, we never touch the ground. So baby, if you're ready for me, I'm only halfway down.
Silverfish is a bluesy and a bit more laid-back track.
So come on in, sit down, you're right on time. All you need to know is leave your worries far behind.
Kansas is a 70s rock tune.
Just, I know that I can find my way back home. There's been nobody since here, don't be nobody else.
Culture Head makes for a huge change in tone, as this is a much more dark and heavy and very modern sounding. This is basically a Stone Sour track, and I think that if you were listening to this album kind of not focusing on it, and this song comes in, you'd be like, whoa, what did Spotify do? Did it just throw some Stone Sour track into my playlist? So it kind of disrupts the flow of the album. It's a great track, it's just that probably you would expect something in the vibe of the first couple of tracks.
Generation loves a bitch, bitch, bitch. Just stay offended in your niche, niche, niche. Nobody's perfect, but you're bringing everyone down. So let's play.
Also, there's some badass riffing here. Everybody Dies on My Birthday continues in a similar fashion, and based on Wikipedia, this is the only track Corey didn't write for the album.
Furthermore, nevermore, nothing short of the longest way out of here. Another taste of the penalty. A little late for the apathy. The all alone, I gotta say, everybody dies on a birthday.
The Maria Fire is a loud rock and roll track that goes more in that old school vibe that we could have heard in the first 7 tracks.
I'm along for the ride, but I was right all along. Along. The longer I'm away from you, the more I can't wait. Just to dance in your ashes and to spit on your grave.
Also, there are guitar solos everywhere on the Also, there are guitar solos everywhere on this album, with the exception of a ballad Home, and I kind of like that because at this point the guitar solos are missing from the majority of rock and metal albums I've reviewed over the last 3 years. Guitar solos seem to be becoming obsolete, so it's nice to hear a record that makes things in an old school fashion. Home is a piano-based ballad with some string arrangements added later on, and this reminds me a lot of the track Ziggs wrote from Come Whatever May, so the sophomore album from Stone Sour. And similarly to that track, it's also a little cliche and a little heard it before, but it's the vocal performance, the delivery, and the overall emotion that really sells the track, and it's just a huge joy to listen to.
I wanna run away as quickly as we can. You're my home away from home, home inside of you. But you are not alone.
CMFT Must Be Stopped is like an arena rock song with rap verses, and this is the only track where he's got 2 featurings from 2 rappers. I didn't know them from before, but this song makes for one of the more experimental moments on the album. The final track, European Tour Bus Bathroom Song, is this very funny, cheeky punk song. Corey Taylor as an artist has reached that point where he can do whatever he wants. This is kind of a dream for every artist and musician. And I think that with this record he's showing his early influence, the music he grew up on, so southern rock, maybe a little bit of country, hard rock, rock and roll. And even though this record is by no means groundbreaking or even innovative within the genre, it's definitely showing that he had a lot of fun doing this record, and we are here to have fun listening to it as well. If you like this video and if you like the videos I'm making, consider supporting me by purchasing my debut album Pursuits in Life. Because I include audio samples in my videos and thus I make them the most informative and entertaining to watch, I usually run a risk of getting a copyright claim, meaning I won't be able to monetize these videos, I won't be able to make any money out of them. And therefore, the only way how you can support me is by buying my album, and I can guarantee you're gonna love it. Have you heard this album already? You can let me know in the comment section below whether you agreed or disagreed with me. If you are already a Corey Taylor fan, you can let me know how well do you think it compares to the records from Stone Sour or Slipknot. Maybe which one is your favorite one and why. You can follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. You can find the links to both in the description of this video below. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to like, to share it, subscribe. Check out my own original music, my live performances, my worst to best series, and quite a lot of other reviews as well. Thanks a lot for watching.